Hey guys, Mark from Gunpla Network. Today, special review once again. It's big thanks to Side 7 Exports for sending this kit over for review. Remember to check out Gus's website and remember to use the Gunpla Network discount code. Today, it's the real grade blue frame Astray. So this is the kind of standard blue frame Astray. There is a blue frame Astray D, and there's a couple of other variants, slightly more armored or more weapons, different. This is kind of like the standard. I think it was first developed use. So dug this real grade, I really did. The Astray it looks more like a grunt suit than a Gundam, I guess. So for me, I really like that. It's kind of bare bones. It's got a bazooka, it's got a rifle, a shield, and some beam sabers, and that's all it's got. Pretty happy with that. I tried to go for the black background on this one just to highlight bring out the blue a lot more, which is what I wanted to show you. The white is quite hard to light on either of my backgrounds just because it's pearlescent and not as flat white. See how we go though. So you can see it there, that's its bare bones form spinning around. And then we'll move on to the frame. So as you can see, the frame spinning around there, it's metallic blue, it's a bit of flat blue, it's got some dark grey and red and green on the head, it's got pearlescent white, and it's a really awesome frame. It's a few years old, so this has still got the B runner in it, as we saw in the unboxing. So you build it, and then you build armor over the top of these, advanced MS joint, which is based on the red frame that came out first in 2015, 2016. So it's pretty solid because it's, more than 6-7 into the real grade line. It wasn't too bad. It's Nub Marks it's not all undergated on the metallic plated frame, unfortunately, but where they aren't, it's generally where it's meeting another part, so you're not going to see it even after you do some cleanup on it. Just scrape lightly with your knife, and then use a very fine, I have a 4-way block pad thing that I use. It's like a nail buffer from 1 to 4 for the shiniest finish, and you'll be perfectly fine. So pretty awesome frame. Up next, the accessories. So here's everything that you get with it. You can see it's got shield, bazooka, rifle, hands, a figure, beam saber effect parts, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Now the decals, I put on about 80% of them. It's quite decal heavy if you want it to be. I guess that's the benefit and drawback of the RG line. Don't feel that you have to put them all on to make it look any good. It looks great without them. If you just did a gloss coat or some panel lining, it'd draw it out perfectly fine. But there we go, get the lighting right. On the shield, it has a couple of stickers on the front there, the white strip between the two charcoal joints and the metallic parts. Now on the back, you're actually meant to stick on a ton of these silver looking stickers. A couple of other kits have that too, and I would never do that. It's not for me. You can if you like, but what I would do is I would just run a panel wash over the back and highlight all of that detail on the back of the shield. On the front, it's got a couple of stickers. It looks really cool with the metallic bits through it. And then on the back, you've got 2 points of articulation and attachment. You can either hold it with the hand or stick it to the back of the elbow in the socket joint that it has there. Okay, pick up the rifle. I'll come back to the bazooka. So the rifle is very standard looking. I'll get it in focus for you. There we go. So you can see you got 2 stickers either side just to give it some markings. It's pretty detailed. I love the color it's in, this charcoal metallic gray kind of color. It's got a swinging grip for the front grip. I don't think you'd ever need that. It's got a scope which is nicely detailed. Pistol grip, you put the finger through, and that clear green in there, I think that's fine. I wouldn't put anything on it. You can use that sticker though if you like. If we go back to the bazooka, on the end there, that's the only problem I have with it. I'd drill out a hole in that so you can actually make something coming out of there. It's got a couple of stickers. The grip moves on the bazooka as standard. I haven't put the camera in the scope hole yet, but there's a sticker for that. You can actually do a really cool gimmick. You can slide that forward, lift this at the back, and it releases the magazine. It's not just, 2 bits sandwiched together. It is a detailed bazooka. So if you want to have him reloading, you could do that. Pop that back in, press this down to lock it in at the back, and then lock it in at the front, and that's it. Stickers unfortunately will stand out on these weapons because they're dark, but Beam Saber effect parts, you get 2 parts but 4 handles, so 2 are left on my runner and 2 are on the kit itself. They're flat and they have kind of some detail in them. They're like a Beam Saber firing up kind of effect part. There's your figure for Guy Murakumo. I haven't painted him yet, but I will get there. There is your action base adapter, pretty standard. And you get 4 pairs of hands. So obviously you get the 2 real grade hands. Now you'll notice they've got white fingertips compared to the rest of the hands, so they will kind of give you a different look. 3, 1 and thumb. You get a left open expressive hand. You get a trigger finger hand, which is not that one. There it is. So you get a trigger finger hand on the right. And you get 2 holding hands for the beam sabers, or the left one you can hold the shield in. And then you get 2 closed fist hands, as you saw. Left over on the real grade sticker sheet, I used the eye, a couple of bits here and there, and the markings on the flat white parts, which actually look really good. But don't feel that you have to use all of them, and I didn't use the metallic silver or blue because I didn't really... I think they look cheap, personally, for me. I could always paint those in. Here's the kit. So as you can see, if you're looking at those shoulders and stuff, those stickers just suit so well over the white because you can't tell that they've got a clear sticker around the actual markings. The pearlescent white just brings that out so well. Gloss coat them to keep them on though, because I did notice a couple of mine lifting already. Now if we look at the head, the V-fin is really strong and will never pop off. Not joking, it just didn't. It was really good for once. You can go back and forth a little. There's no real side to side. And you can actually spin it the whole way around, but he will, the back of his head kind of hits everything on the way around, and the neck guard will hit as it goes around, because it just has a really low white neck piece. Okay, in terms of the arms, they can move a little forward. Now this is really tricky, not because I'm wearing gloves, but because this waist joint pops out every time you look at it wrong. I'm not joking. Oh, actually, I'm joking. Sorry, you can look at it, it's fine. But when I was moving the kit around, posing it, it was a really fun, flexible and posable kit. But that waist joint, even though I pressed in as hard as I could, you feel a click, it just doesn't stay in place. And that's some of the, early real grade faults with the waist joints. But even though this is over midway through the range, the waist joint just didn't want to connect properly. But look, it's not a major issue. It looks like a major one here while I'm trying to show you the articulation, but it actually isn't. So the arm can go the whole way around. It's got some highly detailed vents on the back there, which are really awesome. I dig that. It's a really cool mechanical look. The backpack has a little articulation on its own. It will pull away from the back though, because it is, it's hard to describe. It's not like polycapped or anything, but there is a joint there, so the bottom of it can pull away. The shoulder covers will move all the way up, and then you can move the arm the whole way up there. Really good posing with that. And the shoulder joints, covers stayed on. You can then get a double bend out of the elbow, and that there's not a whole lot of armor on this thing, like I said, that's kind of stopping it from moving. There's no real stomach articulation there. Now if I pop this back in, it's probably just going to come straight back out. But there you go. If you click it in, push as hard as you can, and I didn't break anything and I felt a click, but it just, there you go, shake test, just comes straight back out. Might have put some blue tack or a dab of glue there or something just to hold it in place. That red and white belly button cover you can kind of see also came out a lot too. There you go. So that's the backpack. It can pull away, and I assume that's something to do with other variants or designs. That's why that bit is like that. Alright, if we do a bit of side to side and front and back, but like I said, it's not loose, it's just, it doesn't attach properly for me. So if we were to go down and look at the waist, you get some articulation on the front covers. They are really strong, they're not coming out. They turn up and down, and that's kind of like 2 bits sandwiched together, and there it goes again. Okay, the legs, and we're just going to leave that down there. I'm not going to bother putting that on this time. They're kind of attached in on a peg ball joint system there, so the legs can go all the way up to the front. They can bend, and you get that real grade movement on the knee cover, which is really cool. You can then bend it all the way back and get a good kind of flying pose. The leg he can kick himself in the back essentially, because the legs will go back that far. The back skirts don't stick out really wide, it's kind of just one bit to the center. And there is actually a piece there where you can, your rifle can attach to the back skirt. There's a little hole for it, which is really cool because sometimes you can't pose these kits with all the weapons they come with. But there is, that can go out, it can go forward, it can go back. There's really good leg movement on this one, and unlike the waist, the legs didn't pop out at all anytime during this review. There, stay boy, stay. Okay, so back down here, when you move that, you get some armor movement on the knee, which is really cool. The ankle guard, I need to fix up a little. It just didn't want to push close there, so maybe I need to trim down a bit more. The ankle will go side to side. It will do a full turn around, not sure why you'd want to, but it can. And then you can actually pose up and down on the feet. They've got a good degree of movement in them, and they're really solid. So even if you, not that the kit's heavy, but if you want to pose it, they don't collapse under the weight or anything. There's that hole, the blue bit in the middle of the back skirt. Here he is, spinning around, fully loaded up, I guess you would say, just without the bazooka. So standard beam rifle and shield pose if you were to have him standing there ready for rollout in your cabinet. Stickers, like I said, you can see on the dark part there, that I'm not a fan of them over the dark grey. I did try and cut that one back in the middle of the shield, but it didn't really help that much. The rifle's not as bad. The bazooka, you can definitely tell. Chest and stuff, you can tell as well. But on the white, if you want to use, go for gold on the white parts. You can't even tell there's stickers over that. That is just really cool. Alright, here we go in a more posed kind of action. He's leaning backwards. He's got his arms extended, shield out, and not even, flinching at that. So it is a really stable kit apart from that waist joint, and the waist joint part only happens when you're posing it. It didn't happen any other time. Here he is rotating around now as well with another action pose, down kneeling, really solid once again. Beam saber out, shield drawn up, and he hasn't felt loose at all in doing this apart from the waist joint. So really, really solid kit, guys. Build process was fun. It wasn't tedious. The white armor didn't show any marks. The blue plated parts, like I said, not all undergated, but not at all annoying because most of the parts will meet up or be covered anyway if there's a nub to be shown. So really cool. I'd find a water slide set for this, for an Astray if you can. I rate this kit. This is a really good kit, especially in the real grade line. Now, you can probably order this one from Side 7. Now, I know originally when they were releasing this one there, or the blue frame, there was you could get the red frame standard, and then blue frame, green frame, and gold frame. Not gold frame and Matsumoto, just gold frame Astray, that you could order from P-Bandai. So keep your eyes out for those, and try and grab the whole set. That's what I'm going to be doing. Alright guys, big thanks for watching the review. Remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment. Do you own any of these kits? Do you rate them? Do you not? Christmas is upon us. Hopefully you're all getting some nice gifts. And big thanks to Side 7. Remember to check out his webpage, order your P-Bandai Gundam base and exclusive kits through Side 7 Exports. And remember to use the Gunpla Network discount code. Alright, thanks for joining me today guys. I'll be back with another unboxing shortly. Alright, catch you later.